For this week on Underwater Astrology for May 6th to May 13th, we are in Taurus season. So, Sun is in Taurus in 16 degrees, transiting about 7 degrees to Sun in 23 degrees Taurus. We are Taurus season strong. Pluto has begun its retrograde. Mercury is direct. Chiron's in 21 degrees Aries, which is exciting, and the South Node moves a degree. South Node moves a degree, guys. So, this North Node will all be about Kundalini for some people. Kundalini risings are the beginning of that for the collective. A lot of people will be about understanding how to work through a situation, right? So we've all been through tense situations, and again, I'm seeing a lot of heart chakra temperament happening with feelings of jealousy, temptation, fear, resentment, or separation can arise. It says you may need to let go and find new depths to your ways of relating in relationships. And I totally agree. That's for the North Node Aries in the 4th house. For the South Node Libra in 14 degrees, and so that was North Node Aries 14 degrees Sabian symbol. So this is the South Node Libra 14 degrees. And it really is talking about a little bit of a control. How to know how to really come into yourself and believe that what you're doing is true. This might be a degree where people have to nurture that relationship with themselves. Nutritional value, taking naps. As we go back from the middle point, I do think it will be about not reacting so strongly with these degrees, this North Node and the South Node. This Libra South Node 14 degrees is talking about meditation, midday rushes, snoozing, hammocks, long lunch hours, rejuvenation, and the need for taking breaks. This symbol speaks of taking a rest when one needs to. At times, you may feel the need to take a break even though you're in the middle of a situation. To relax and recuperate will often serve to give you greater strength to complete the task at hand. Also, being always on the go can be rather wearying. So that's awesome. So that's the degree we're in. And then we're at 21 degrees Chiron. So we have went 1 degree since last week, which I do think is important. And now we're at the degree of complete knowing of more like business assertion. This is the degree of the higher octave of the fate is knowing how to assert yourself in business. And business specifically. I'm not talking about relationships. Business specifically. And also kind of yes, for other fates, yes, the psychological self-assertion and determination. Yes, it is very true, knowing how everything's going to fit in, where you fit in with everything, with everybody in your life, knowing exactly who you are and where you fit in, right? Because that's Aries pointing to who you are. The symbol shows that there may be a temptation to take on issues, even to fight, but it needs to be with dignity and regulation. You may feel a need or the urge to step up to the plate and take something or someone on. There are rules to follow, and often others will end up being the judge of the final outcome. Make sure you possess the skills and training to defend what you believe. Remember that sometimes you need to back off if you're not winning a contest. Question, are you more on the attack or on the defense? Physical or psychological self-assertion and determination. Fighting for one's emotional, psychological, or physical space. Being a contender. Entering the ring or the arena. So, yes, and the shadow side is using power to dominate people or those who challenge you. Yeah, I do think that essentially for the higher fate, again, of this degree is don't worry about the boxing ring, don't worry about fighting, don't worry about all of this. I would just say essentially that you already know where you fit in with all your relationships. Of course, love is going to come up. Don't try to act out of place, because what God is saying with the astrology is that when you know that you're somebody's guardian angel, when you know that you're somebody's right-hand man, when you know that you're somebody's lover, when you know that you're somebody's wife or somebody's husband or somebody's partner, there's a lot of responsibility in taking understanding of that. It's not necessarily that you will lose anything from yourself, but this is the degree people might lose jobs. Yeah, of course, because people are trying to fight and fight and fight. North Node was here last year around September. So this is the degree where we were trying to fight everything, fight it all. Let's just conquer, let's just battle. Let's just try to conquer everything. And at some point, God is going to come in and say, well, I can set up the situation a lot quicker and easier for you to be that thing, that person that needs, that wife, that husband, that partner, that guardian angel, without you having to worry about it, because God will just align it. And that's the degree we're healing through, the doubt. This is the degree of faith. It is the degree of things may feel off balance with all this Aryan energy, but eventually everything will be brought back to balance as we go up in the scale to 1 degree South Node Libra. So if you follow the placement of faith and the placement of I'm supposed to be this for someone, you're fine. That is the fate of this week. Aries rising. The sun is in Taurus transiting your 2nd house, telling me that you guys are working towards Aries rising this week. It's really about understanding. Don't take it all too seriously. Sun is in Taurus transiting your 2nd house. Have fun. Spoil yourself, right? Really, that's just all my advice. For Taurus rising this week, it's really about understanding. Sun is in Taurus transiting your 1st house. Again, spoil yourself. I really do feel like Taurus rising deserve everything. We want to see you blinging, shining, even if it's $1. Go to the local DIY store. Go to your Michaels. Make me something. Make underwater astrology something fabulous. Some beads, some necklace, a ring. I don't know. Make something, right? And be creative. For Gemini rising this week, Sun is transiting your 12th house, telling me that maybe there's something your inner child is noticing in the collective, and you're trying to connect to it on a deeper level. And Mercury's direct in the 11th house, saying that you're communicating, you're feeling free. South Node is in Libra in the 5th house. That's why I talked about inner child. And understanding that things will be in balance, but it really is about enjoying that kind of flow state in a creative mode of any endeavor. It could be painting, it could be writing music, it could be a really good conversation. For Cancer rising this week, it's really about understanding that the sun is in Taurus transiting your 11th house, telling me that it's really about understanding that you guys really are about saturating your friendship circles in some kind of deep nurturing effect. You want people to know you're here, you're there for them, you're loyal, and that you want to cook for them. You want to take them out. Last week, people were giving you gifts. This week, it's time to take someone out, and play with that effect, gift giving. Play with it. Play with that effect of showing people where you're from, right? And trying new things. For Leo rising, this week, it's really about understanding that the sun is in Taurus transiting your 10th house. It really is about seeing how you are so powerful in your career. But the South Node's in Libra in your 3rd house, telling me that you have to be careful of trying to come off as too powerful in communication. Like maybe you have this really powerful vision. Maybe you have this really powerful energy in your career. And you're like, I feel so powerful, right? In a moment. It's just a moment. Maybe you had a really good day at work or something. But be careful about trying to top everything off in some kind of hurtful communication with Pluto on the 7th and retrograde in Aquarius. Virgo rising this week, it's really about understanding sun is in Taurus transiting your 9th house. You guys are just about ready to head out to the beach now. you guys maybe are planning to go on a long distance trip to a beach. Maybe you want to enjoy a new learning for some of you, just learning a new language, or maybe you want to learn something about a belief system that's cool. Maybe you want to learn like keto diet for some of you, like keto or vegan, or you want to try something new, Virgo rising this week. For Libra rising this week, it's really about, for Libra rising this week, it's really about Sun is transiting your 8th house. So maybe you feel like letting go with someone else, but the South Node is in Libra in your first house. The South Node is in Libra in your first house, telling me that you guys really need to control how you're like popping up in people's lives. Everything needs to be controlled because it's South Node, telling me that there could be sketchy people, sketchy sources of income, just a sketchy mess this week. So maybe it's about going out with someone you've worked with for years, with with Mercury and Aries in your 7th, saying that you want to be confident, right? So maybe hitting up a person you don't really know and trying to let go and be super confident with South Node Libra in the 1st house could be really sketchy, right? Could be really sketchy. So this week, hang out with someone you've known for years, right? For Scorpio rising this week, it's really about understanding that the Sun is in Taurus transiting your 7th house, telling me that you guys are abundant in relationships. People are coming to you, they're attracted to you. People are feeling that Scorpio rising magnetism, and the South Node is in Libra in your 12th house, telling me that the universe is giving you the perspective of maybe you're more tired than usual in your relationships. Maybe you're feeling how the collective is off balanced, and maybe that's been making you feel like you need to balance something so intensely with this Mercury direct in the 6th house in Aries that you don't want to approach relationships till things are fully balanced. Kudos to you. I don't think that's bad. I don't think that's necessarily off-putting, but I do think that, again, with that Neptune in 5th house, make sure that you're still in the light of love and creation, right? Because the Scorpion does hide in those dark caves, right? But it also is in the sun, too. It also lays in the sand and gets the sun and hides under the sand. Maybe it's time to think lighter about something. How can you feel so protected and trustful in relationships, but also in the light of everything? Again, another constellation that I think should really look in getting spiritual advice to perfect something quicker. It's almost like the collective is too slow. So it's like maybe for some of you, the Scorpion stinger needs to point more to spiritual advice. For Sagittarius rising, this week Sun in Taurus is in fact transiting your 6th house. So maybe you guys are feeling more energy around your routine. Maybe you guys are feeling more energy, but here's Sagittarius rising. This is an inconjunct to Sagittarius. So it really is, your relationship is really about understanding. I know you're enthusiastic about your routine, but understanding, are you noticing where you could be more grounded? That's all, Sagittarius rising. For Capricorn rising, this week it's really about understanding that the Sun is in Taurus transiting your 5th house, telling me that you guys are ready for love, ready for inner child work, ready for a better love life, ready to connect with your partner. It's so exciting. Or ready for a new creative project. Again, here, you guys are looking for the spark, and the spark comes from that Mercury in Aries, another cardinal sign. So you want to feel important in how you communicate. Maybe you're inspired by a really happy moment you had with your family for an art project. For Aquarius rising this week, the Sun is transiting your 4th house in Taurus, telling me that you guys are really ready to dive into some of your home life and really ground in where you're from, and that's super exciting. Yes, Mercury is in Aries here, transiting your 3rd house, telling me that you guys are feeling the heat of Aries, but you're an air sign, and it's transiting your 3rd house. So maybe this feeling is feeling you're kind of gravitating towards the importance of Aries, right? Mercury and Aries transiting your third, but also the South Node in Libra in your ninth house telling me that maybe you feel like your belief system is so different now with the South Node in Libra transit that you don't want to like be talking to everyone because you'll feel like you're upsetting everyone. But hey, the news is Aquarius rising. People love you, and it's really important to get little journals down. If you don't feel like talking to people, journal and talk to people at a later time. But there's always someone who wants to hear from you. For Pisces rising, it's really important to realize that the sun is in Taurus transiting your third house, telling me that you guys are really wanting to communicate. You guys are really in that apt mood. But Mercury is still in Aries transiting your second house, telling me that people will be thinking about themselves more with this transit. And Neptune is here in your first house. So there's a reason why people are slowing down communication with you. They want you to figure something out. Saturn's also here in Pisces transiting your first house, telling me that your perspective is from Pluto and Aquarius in the 12th house, seeing the underdog, and you're trying to level it with that South Node Libra in the 8th, like, well, I saw the underdog, I'm really here. Well, for Pisces rising, because you're so compassionate, I really suggest you journal the things you feel, similar to Aquarius rising, but also keep talking. Keep yourself in a communicative mode because that will raise the pressure of not having enough goals. Maybe your goal is just to communicate with the right people, with the people you know, with the people who are certified. Make sure everything's certified. Make sure everything is legal, and make sure that you're also getting double checks on the people who are showing up as certified. Thank you guys for tuning into Underwater Astrology from the week of May 6th to May 13th, 2024. Make sure to like and subscribe if you liked the video, and tune in next week to stay updated on the astrology. Namaste, much love, Underwater Astrology.